Hello and welcome to tip number 16 in the Selfish Guide to Fulfillment, Meaning, and Purpose with me, your go-to friend. Today's tip is about others and how checking in will help you start and maintain important relationships. And let me start off by being blunt. Relationships are difficult, they're work. And to be honest, they're really difficult because half of the work is not done by you. You have to trust that someone else is willing to do that. And sometimes it has nothing to do with you. They're just don't have time or not willing to, which is not a reflection on you. But for this to work, when they do give you the time, you need to trust that they're going to put in the time and the effort like you do. So what can we do to aid this process? And one of the things we can do is to understand where the other person's coming from, right? And we do this, well, the only way to do this is with time. You need to take time so that you can understand the individual. And this does wonders to one of the biggest problems I find in most relationships is misunderstandings. And so the solution is very simple. You set aside time, ideally weekly, to check in and talk with each other. Now, what does it mean to check in? Check in just means you sit together, uninterrupted, and you talk. It could be as simple as 5-10 minutes, and you just want to understand what's going through the other person's mind. What are they feeling? And let's be honest. We can do this in proportion to how important that relationship is. What I don't want is you to say that this relationship is the most important thing and then you not invest any time. If a relationship is important or you live with someone, then that's usually a good reflection that it's important. This is kind of how relationships work. If you don't give yourself time, then you're not going to be able to work well together. You have to put in the time to maintain a relationship. An example I like to give the most is, the example of a partner cooking a really big meal out of love for their partner. But when the partner gets home, instead of being happy, they're annoyed, and that makes the cook annoyed. So now instead of feeling fuller and joy or whatever they were hoping for, now you have an annoyed couple. Why? Well, this is where checking in comes in. It's not going to change that. But what it's going to change is it's not going to lead to anything bigger. Because at the time of check-in, that partner is going to be able to ask, why were you annoyed? And the partner then is going to be able to be honest and vulnerable and say, I was annoyed because all I could see was a sink full of dishes. And I was tired and I wanted to just relax. And it's that simple, right? During check-in, you're just asking what the other person was thinking or feeling and getting a better understanding, because that's going to allow you to better cater how your relationship goes and invest and know, what the other person's thinking and help you. My suggestion is that you stop after someone says something and then you let the other person speak. And then ask them, are you done? And when you're done, you can then confirm with them and ask them, this is what I understood from you. And if you get confirmation, then great. Then they can go, and back and forth you can go until you understand. My suggestion, if you're prone to speaking over each other, is to have something one can hold, and then once one's done, you can pass it on. And again, this should be in proportion to how important the relationship is. I know many of us are pressed with time. But your homework would be to, in an honest, way with yourself, write down what relationships you have and which are important to you. And then this week, with just the number one thought, go and make time. And it could be 5-10 minutes, phone, in person, whatever you want. But I want you to check in with them. And just start off by asking them something about how they're feeling, what they're thinking, and how their week went. And, get confirmation, gain understanding, and then go back and forth. This is going to allow you to really be present with that person and enjoy them in that moment. And remember, this is all about being present in the moment and really getting the most out of the now. Thanks for listening. Please click and follow. And feel free to follow me on other social media or check out Colton Vita for more. Keep an eye out for the book coming out in 2023. And if you think this can help someone, please forward it along. Until next time, stay curious, open, and true. Thanks for listening.